now we know that balance, infinity, power, and strength, which is number 8, which is the main subject of number 8. Now we know that number 8 is resonating from the feminine polarity because it is two energies which controls manifest creation. From the unitary source, which I told you earlier on, that the spirit source, the true spirit source, it is unitary, it is one, it is unit, it is source. There's no separation. It is only one which is coming. When it passes through the crown chakra and then gets into the pineal gland, then it's split into two: left brain and right brain, masculine and feminine. Then that masculine, so then it comes down to the throat. Then it cross metrics. That's how we call it, the cross metric of the human body. The left brain controlling the left brain controlling the right side of the body, and the right brain controlling the left side of the body. So this is how it happens with the intuition. Now, there's one thing I want to say before we move on, and later I'll have to reserve it for the next treatment, the next topic we're going to treat. So the issue is, how do you transcend your intuition, which is coming from here, to your emotions? How do you transfer an intuitive thought into your emotional thought? And this is where a lot of people are getting it wrong. This is where a lot of people are getting it wrong. The people have conception of good ideas, they cannot manifest it. We go to lectures, listen to all the videos, we watch all these motivational speakers, we listen to all these spiritual lectures and all those things, and still they talk about the law of attraction, the law of this, the law of visualization, the law of money. And we have all those bank dossier of information, and still we cannot achieve anything with it, because the problem comes from here. How do you get the transfer from your intuition into feeling? Because it is guaranteed without doubt, and I speak that with heavenly authority, it is guaranteed without doubt that when you have your emotion conceived, you will definitely manifest whatever you have conceived in your emotions. Your emotion, the conception of your emotions, is like a pregnant woman. You are going to deliver it. Either it's a stillborn or it's a live born, but you are going to deliver it. It will never stay in your stomach for good. That's why it is said that in the Bible that out of thy belly flows rivers of living waters. So that whatever is conceived in the belly will definitely come out. The question is that, how do you transfer the intuition to emotion level? This is where a lot of people are stuck. So maybe we will treat that one. Maybe we'll do a video for 31st where we're going to treat that issue, that aspect of it. So now, put this thing. I'm going to clean the board. So now we have, now we have the emotional, the feminine aspect of 2028 that has to do with your intuition and emotions. I thought the intuitions are the thought frequencies that comes to your brain, your mind, and that you need to guide against it so that you don't have ill thought. When you have ill thought, you're going to conceive ill emotions, which are going to be ill vibrations. And when you got ill vibrations, your senses would comply to it. When your senses comply to it, then obviously you're going to manifest it. I told you that you don't have to do things, you have to be things before you do them. If you don't be things, you can never do it. You will try doing it, but you're going to fail because you're going to go through frustrations, because there's no what the motivational speakers call passion, which is vibrational frequency. This is the only energy that causes manifestation. Without vibration, there's no manifestation. Without vibration, there's no manifestation. Everything is vibrating in manifestation. Everything you see, everything you see around us in the manifest creation is vibrating. And it is the condensation. Maybe later on we'll treat another topic. It is the high condensation of the vibration. When it is dense in particle, that's why you begin to see it manifest form. If it's translucent, you don't see it in manifestation. That is why the Bible says that, and in the beginning, the Spirit of God was upon the surface of the waters, and the Spirit of God was brooding. Brooding means conception. It was thinking about the conceiving. And when the conception is fully matured inside, he said, let there be light. And there was light, there was manifestation. So we'll come out. So this is what we need to know about the year 2024, which is number 8, driving its energy from Saturn. This is what we want to know. So we deal with the emotion, the intuition and emotions. We break it down to the frequency, vibration, and energy level, which is intuition, emotion, and senses. Now, the next thing you are going to deal with, still on number 8. I think I should erase this thing, so that I'll have more space. So I don't need to be erasing. We are going to deal with still with number 8 is, once now we know the feminine energy, which is emotion and intuitive energy, which is going to be the driving force. Either you are going to have a positive resource or negative resource. what you have to do, because this too, the intuition and the emotion, which is the feminine energy, is the driving force behind achieving your goals, your life goals and life expectation in the year 2022. The year 2022 is not going to give anything to anybody. What you do is what you're going to get. So it's going to be a good year, but if you stand aloof, you don't do anything about it, it's going to pass by you. So yes, so the driving force that gives you the power to achieve your life goals in 2028 is the emotion. You need to understand that properly. This is just 2024. Sorry, not 2020, 2024. This is just the introduction, the sensors when it comes to emotion. There are much more deeper things when it comes to the emotion. If I want to go into it, I may not be able to treat what I need to treat in the year 2024 that you should expect. Now, let's look at the positive energies that would resonate with the year 2024. That the year 2024, which is number 8, is going to. So the positive energies. One is acceptance. You must develop an attitude of acceptance. And all is connected to your intuitive frequency. So if you don't develop the attitude of acceptance, the intuitive frequency of acceptance, you're going to have problems. You should also develop contentment. You need to be content with things that you are doing. Also, we need to have gratitude. You need to be grateful. These are the things that we need to, the positive attitude we need to have in the year 2028 if you want to attract or magnetize the positive frequencies. It's like you are tuning in, like you're by a radio. So I'll tell you that in a classical scenario, what I'll tell you that in the year 2024, your radio frequency should be acceptance FM, contentment FM, gratitude FM, and gratefulness FM. So these are the places you need to tune your frequency to, so that your radio, your body radio frequency will be playing these frequencies. Now, the negative aspect of it, anger, bitterness, jealousy, covetousness, you need to avoid in the year 2024. So in the year 2024, try to avoid anger. Especially anger is very, 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 because anger is synonymous to Satan. And Satan, though a good planet, but it's a very destructive planet. That is why it is synonymous to the god El in the Bible. So the god El in the Bible is a very good god, but at the same time, very, very destructive god when he becomes offended. So he can open the Bible, the ground, bury people, go to the Malachi, kill everybody. You understand? That's the god El, which is related to the god of Satan. So Satan, he doesn't want to get annoyed. He doesn't want anger, because in his anger, is very, very destructive. But all the same too, he's a very good God. And Satan rules over Saturday. Into Freno, a trading upon them, Kwame. And the Bible God is a God of the Sabbath, the God of Saturday. And the God of Saturday is Satan. And Satan is another of the God El. So the God El, what you call the God El. So this is how it is. You see, we have Gabriel. You see, you understand? So we have Michael, we have Gabriel. You see, then we have Samael. We have Anniel. You get the whole thing. We have Casiel. So these are all the God Els. They all end with El. We have Israel. So the all end is El. So all this, the God El is connected to the God Satan, which is Saturday. And that is why I said is the God of the Sabbath, with the God of Saturday. And they call it Echadampo Kwame, which is the God of Saturday. And it's a very good God, but a very vindictive God. And that is why in the Bible, he's very nice. But when he's jealous, I think there's jealousy here. When he's jealous, he's very destructive. And he says that, for I am jealous of my glory, and I share that glory with no man. So when you take the Bible, it's a metaphor. You just cannot understand. That's why we keep on saying, when I see people say that the Bible is a rubbish book, nobody is a useless book, I find out that they have a problem themselves. Because maybe the level where they came from to study the Bible, to come to that conclusion, is very defective and deficient. And they don't understand the Bible on the terms on which the white masters wrote the Bible. Yes, people wrote the Bible, just like the Quran, people wrote the Bhagavad Gita, the Sumerian tablet, and all those Egyptology. People wrote them, but they wrote them on certain terms and certain revelation. No book dropped from heaven onto the earth that this is coming from a spirit. Human beings wrote them. And every tablet has fallibilities. They have weaknesses. They have interpolations in them, depending who wrote it. But if you would understand the Bible if you understand this holy text on the context of the translators, then you get to know that you can't tell them that the Bible is just a useless book or the Quran is just a useless book. It's not. It is just that you don't understand it. And in your gross misunderstanding, you generalize your own confusion and your own ignorance to condemn the entire book that you can't understand. It's like a child takes a novel and he's reading it and he cannot understand the novel. The next thing to do is to discard it and throw it away. So I always say that anybody that reads the Bible who tells you the Bible is not good, the Bible is useless, the Quran is useless, the person does not understand it. He's very low in thinking and cannot comprehend it. And that's the only reason why he will rubbish it. Because anything you cannot comprehend, anything you can't understand, you rubbish it. Because the Bible is full of quotes. It's full of metaphysical quotes. And if you have not studied transcendental knowledge, we have what we call TRR, Transcendental Rotational Research. If you have not been into TRR, to study TRR, you will rubbish the Bible, you rubbish the Quran, you may rubbish the Bhagavad Gita, you may rubbish the Mishnah, the Zohar, the Sefer Yezra, the Torah. You may rubbish all those books because you don't have that intellectual capacity to be able to comprehend what it is saying. So now, with just this scenario, you can understand why we have the God El and where it is synonymous to, and its effect is going to have on Saturday. This is how it works. So, in the year 2024, try to avoid anger, bitterness, jealousy, covetousness, and greed. Because the energy from which the number 4 picks its vibration frequency from, anytime these things are exhibited, it draws the negative aspect of that energy. You get it. So please put it at the back of your mind. In the year 2024, please try as much as possible. It is not about prediction. It's not about forecast. What is going to happen to you is not about prediction. It's not about forecast. It's your own receptivity. It's either you are receptive to anger, you have a very bad forecast experiences. You are receptive to bitterness. You are receptive to jealousy, you are receptive to covetousness, you are receptive to greed, then you're going to have a very bad experience and all those negative forecasts will manifest. Or you'll be receptive to acceptance, receptive to contentment, receptive to gratitude, receptive to gratefulness. Then you will have your positive side being manifested or whatever forecast you have within your space. So this is how you control the space in every year. So every year and the kind of energy that resonates and the kind of positive, negative attributes of those energy and where you need to find yourself so that you don't attract the other side of that frequency. Because whatever forecast they will give you in the year 2024 is coming from either the positive, if it's a good news, then it's coming from the positive side of the energy which is resonating. If it's a bad news, then it's coming from the negative side. Now the problem with those forecasts they give you is that they don't tell you what you need to do. What are the characteristic traits that you need to exhibit in order to tap, if it's positive or good news, to be able to tap into the good aspect of the resonating energy. And if it's a bad news, what do you do to avoid so that you don't tap into that bad forecast, which is coming from the bad side of that energy? So as I'm telling you, the energy which is resonating through 8, these are its two sides. So if somebody gives you a forecast which is positive, then and you want that positive to manifest, then you must exhibit these characters to facilitate the manifestation of that positive forecast. If it's a negative forecast and you want to avoid the manifestation of that negative forecast, try to avoid this kind of characters. When you engage in this kind of characters, the negative forecast that you have been given would manifest. This is the key to the whole thing. So you need to be very abreast with these two aspects of the personality, so as you can tap the good one and then forgo the bad forecast. So please, I'm getting the body raised. What you need to know in the year 2020, this is the positive energy that will draw the positive aspect of the influence, the negative aspect of the influence. Now the next thing we have is the required energy you need, and you need only the required energy you need in 2024. I'm talking about the character attributes that will determine your receptivity to either the positive aspect or the negative. Now, what are the required energy that you need in order to get you through in fulfillment of your aspirations and agenda in the 20? So the required energy that you need is first of them all is order. In 2024, you have to be orderly. You don't do things anyhow. You just don't wake up and do things at random. You are just going to Kasua or you are going to Accra. On your way, you meet your friend. Charlie, I'm going to Dansoman. Can you please? Then you divert from your agenda of going to Accra. Then you follow him to Dansoman. You don't do things anyhow. You must be orderly in doing things. The year 2024. Another energy you require in 2024 in order to sail through and get what you need to get or what you want to get is that you must be patient. Patience. You need patience in 2024, because in 2024 everything is happening in an orderly manner. And if you are not patient and you jump the gun, you will receive something that you will not be happy with it. So you have to be patient in the year 2024. Do things systematically. Do things in an orderly way. And to be able to do things in an orderly way, you need to be a patient person. Because 1 comes before what? 2. 2 comes before what? 3. So as you do things in an orderly manner, systematic manner, methodological manner, you need to be patient. So they'll carry one other. And at the end of the day, when you are patient and you do things in an orderly way, you see that 2024 will come. At the end of 2024, you see that all aspirations you had in 2024 will be fulfilled. But when you do things in a haphazard, disorganized manner without patience, you realize 2024 will skip by and you realize you are zero, you didn't achieve anything. Or you may achieve even worse, because you may, when you do things in a haphazard manner and not in an orderly manner without patience, you may lose out in things that even you achieve in 2023, in 2024. So that you'll be running into deficit. So one of the things the energy you require in 2024 is patience. One is order, one is patience. Then commitment. Commitment. You need commitment. And this thing I'm talking about, it cuts across all, both in your spiritual search, in your self-realization search, in your material life search, in your marriage life, in your relationship life. It cuts across board. In your spiritual search, you have to be orderly, you have to be patient, you have to be committed. In your marriage life, you have to be orderly, you have to be patient, you need to be committed. In your business life, you need to be orderly, you have to be patient, you have to be committed. In every aspect of your life in 2024, if you want to see significant progress at the end of the year, You must be orderly, you must be patient, and you must be committed. And the last one, 20 holds so much material blessings, yet it doesn't give it out. You must be a hard worker. 2024. 2024 holds so many things, but it doesn't give it out. It gives to only those who deserve it. And for you to be deserving, you need to be hardworking. You need to work hard. In every aspect of, you need to work hard in your relationship. Because don't forget that greed, covetousness, anger is there. And all those attributes, the negative attributes, are things that destroy your relationship. That could destroy your business. That could destroy your spiritual practice. So you need to work hard to make sure that you don't get yourself entangled in those kind of characters. So it needs hard work. So this, in order to be successful, this is the energy required in 2024 in order to be successful. Now, we are going to look. Now we are going to look at the business. We are going to look at three things. We are going to look at business. We are going to look at relationship. And look at. The reason we are going to look at these three areas, this is the focal point of our existence. We need to have a good health. Without good health, you can't have a good relationship. And you can't have a good business. Without a good relationship, you can't have a good business. And without a good business, you can't have a good relationship and you can't have a good health. But the business will produce money for you to sustain your relationship, and the business will produce money for you to take care of your health. So these are the three core areas that human beings, all that we are working for, is bend down on these three areas. So we're going to take a commercial break. We are going to break. I want to relax a little bit. And when I come back, we are going to treat these three areas, the influence of the year 2024 on these areas, and what we need to do, what we should expect, what we should not expect, what we should avoid, and what we should not avoid, so as we be balanced in all these three areas. Because 2008 is also a year, it's a year that gives people the opportunity to be balanced. I talk about the balance of it. So you have to be balanced in all these areas so that your life will be smooth. Thank you very much for listening. I'll get back when I'm done. Thank you so much.